Today we are making 2 half loaves from 1 dough. This recipe is perfect if you don't finish a regular sized loaf, or even if you want to sell half-size loaves so your customers can try out inclusion loaves or plain loaves. It's the perfect recipe. So let's get started. You will need 100 grams of active sourdough starter, 350 grams of filtered water. You want to mix these two together until the starter is mostly dissolved. And then you will add 500 grams of flour and 10 grams of salt. I use the Kirkland all-purpose flour, the unbleached organic one, and I love it. So you can use that one if that's what you have, or you can use bread flour as well. You can even substitute some of the flour for some whole wheat. This recipe is very flexible and you can customize it to your preference. So once you have all of the ingredients in your bowl, you want to go ahead and mix everything together, making sure that there are no clumps of flour left over. And then you will let the dough rest for 30 minutes on the counter. This is our first set of stretch and folds. I go ahead and pull the dough, stretch it, fold it over, and then I turn the bowl a quarter turn and I repeat this step. I keep doing it until I go all around the bowl, and then I like to grab my dough and I like to do some slap and folds. Now you go ahead and let your dough rest for 30 minutes on your counter, and you start on your second set. You go ahead and repeat the steps as you did for the first set, and you make sure you go all around the bowl, stretching every part of the dough. This is crucial if you want your dough to have some height to it and be nice and soft and have great structure and a beautiful crumb. Look at how smooth this dough looks, and it's only the end of the second set. So now this is the third set, and you want to do some coil folds. This is going to help build some gluten structure onto your dough and still being very, very gentle. That way we don't tear the dough or deflate any of the progress that the dough has made already. So now 30 more minutes later, and you will do your last set of stretch and folds. Still doing coil folds. You can tell that the dough is nice and smooth. It's starting to grow a little bit and it is looking amazing. This dough took about 7 hours to bulk ferment from the moment we mixed our dough until it was done with the bulk fermentation. I go ahead and take the dough out of the bowl and I split this dough in half. This is perfect because you can do 2 loaves using only 1 dough, and it is a great way to promote your sourdough and not having customers commit to a regular sized loaf, paying a little bit less but still being able to try your sourdough is perfect. So now I am just shaping the dough. This is going to be a classic sourdough, no inclusions. So I am just doing a little pre-shape, and then I am going to do the same for the second dough. So for the second loaf, I decided to do a chocolate chip loaf. We haven't had that one in a while, so I thought it would be great to just have a little sweet treat. And I went ahead and grabbed my milk chocolate chips. Those are the ones that we like, so if you want to do dark chocolate chips, you can, or semi-sweet. Anything that you like, you can go ahead and use. So now I go ahead and put my chocolate chips into the dough, and I do a little pre-shape before putting it into the banneton. I usually weigh my dough balls from 450 grams to 500, depending on how much the dough itself weighs. But you can just go ahead and split it in half and you'll get the perfect sized loaves. So now I'm doing the final shaping, and I am going to do a single caddy clasp. I basically just fold the dough in half like a book. I pinch it and I go ahead and put it into my banneton. I went ahead and did the same thing for the chocolate chip loaf, and I went ahead and put it into the banneton and in the refrigerator overnight. I like to cold proof my dough for 12 to 24 hours. That's how I get the best result in my opinion, and the best flavor as well. I go ahead and put a plastic wrap over the bannetons, that way the dough doesn't dry out. And then when I am ready to bake, I go ahead and preheat my oven with my Dutch ovens inside to 450 degrees. And then I score my doughs. When I do half loaves or mini loaves, I like to score in the center. When I do like a side score, I feel like the dough comes out a little bit lopsided, so I like to do somewhat of a center score instead. I bake these loaves for 25 minutes with the Dutch oven lid on and 15 minutes with the lid off. And this is the end result. Look at how beautiful these turned out. I think they are the perfect size. They're a little bigger than my hands and they came out perfect. You can use these for sandwiches or for anything. Just the size is different, and I think they are so cute and they're perfect if you want to just share with family and you don't want to be making large loaves or regular sized loaves for everybody. You could just make half-sized ones and save some money on that dough. And this is what the crumb looks like. I was gonna go ahead and slice the whole loaf, but I decided to just show like a crumb shot from the center, and that's why I cut that little piece over there. But look at how beautiful. Look at the crumb. Look at that rise. It's so soft and fluffy and aerated, and these turned out so cute. Look at that fluff and bounce. Like, it just bounced back instantly, and they're literally perfect. This is the crumb shot for the chocolate chip loaf. Look at how fluffy and aerated this crumb looks. I just love this dough. Honestly, it's perfect. So let me know if you guys are going to try this recipe out. You can do any inclusion in any of the loaves, and I think it's just perfect if you want to share your sourdough, sell it, or just have half-sized. That way you guys don't waste any bread at home. Sometimes we go a week and we don't finish our loaves and I have to freeze them. So these are perfect sometimes when I know we're not going to eat or need a lot of bread for our week. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on this video. Even hype it if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next one.